During the first part of this module, we're going to be discussing management style, and the first tool that I wanted to introduce you to is the work of Douglas McGregor and his theory X and theory Y, both of which make some assumptions about human behaviour, that is how all of us, and maybe most importantly our salespeople, think and react. So, according to McGregor and his theory X, people actually don't like work. They seek to avoid it where they can. They are lazy because they have little ambition. Mostly what people want in life, and certainly from work, is just some security. People with a theory X outlook don't want to take personal responsibility, don't want to be held accountable or take many risks. What they actually want is a strong sense of direction and being told what to do. So in essence, people are lazy. They want to come to work, do as little as possible without being held accountable for anything, and then go home with as much money as possible. In this kind of environment, McGregor points out that you need to coerce people, to control them, to almost threaten them. So threaten is quite a loaded word, but certainly you'll be pointing out negative consequences to people. Your style will be very authoritarian and very much telling people what to do and not delegating to people at all. As a manager, where you're trying to achieve desired results through the efforts of others, you will do this by employing very extreme extrinsic rewards and very extrinsic punishments. So you can imagine at the extreme maybe people working on a 0 hours contract where the work is to perform some very repetitive, mundane tasks. They will be paid on how many of these tasks they complete and may be punished if they spend too long on their breaks or if they're absent for any reason. So that is theory X, and you may recognise some aspects of it in jobs that you have done in the past and managers that you've worked for, and you may see some elements of it in your own team today. McGregor contrasted theory X styles of management with what he called theory Y. Now, in theory Y, the assumptions we make about human behaviour are that firstly, work can be very satisfying. People actually like coming to work. They are naturally self-motivated. They come to work and want to do a good job. They not only accept responsibility, but people seek it out. People want to do a good job and they don't need to be controlled because they will exert self-control over themselves. They genuinely want to help the organisation. They genuinely want to be seen as good team members, working well with people around them, working for the good of the team. And finally, what most people really want is what McGregor calls self-fulfillment. They want to be happy, satisfied and fulfilled in their work. Now, if you accept a theory Y view of human behaviour, as a manager, you will believe that people just need to be supported, guided and helped to do a really good job. Your management style will be very participative rather than authoritarian. So you will delegate lots of tasks and lots of important decisions. Indeed, for any decisions, you will involve the people around you as appropriate. What you will seek to do at all times as the manager is to help people by enriching their jobs, giving them help and guidance when necessary, but mostly empowering them, which means often just getting out of the way and focusing on giving them the right environment, the right tools and the right support to do their best. So X and Y are two quite contrasting sets of assumptions about human behaviour and two very contrasting management styles which both have their pros and cons. For now, what I'd like you to do in a moment is to think about your sales team, the situation and environment that you're in, and just write down situations where you think adopting a theory X management style is going to be the most effective, the most appropriate, and then think about situations where theory Y type of approach would be better. Okay, could you just pause the video and then take 2 or 3 minutes to answer those 2 questions? Now, I'm not suggesting that you have to choose between theory X and theory Y. Indeed, many management thinkers would say that X and Y just represent the 2 ends of a range of possible styles. But we can use McGregor's tool as a starting point to think about our own management style. Now, in later lessons, we'll think about other possibilities so that you're able to think about and decide upon and implement the management style that is most suited to you with your personality, your sales team in the situation that you find yourself in. If you want to learn more about the model, the tool and McGregor's work, then there is lots available online. Just Google X and Y and McGregor. We will return to some of the concepts with more advanced tools as we go through this module, and you may also want to discuss this particular approach with your coach when you next get together. We hope that you've enjoyed this tutorial and found it useful in developing your sales management skills. It's one of a series designed to help aspiring, new or developing sales managers. Please subscribe to get access to all of the tutorials in the series and to get news of new ones added. You can also go to www.realsalesmanager.com where you'll find lots of other activities and resources, as well as guides suggesting the best sequence in which to listen to or watch these tutorials.